Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of me, Couch Potato. This time I'm going with Manchester United. Interestingly, I heard something from Paul Pogba the other day saying they've not won a trophy for 5 years and he would like to win trophies, which most players would, to be fair. So I decided to go with them and see if I can win them some trophies. As you can see, they've got a very rich history dating back a number of years, but over the last few years they've not been doing so well, as you can see from the league history here. Just in 13-14 they finished 7th, then they managed to get back up to 4th, 5th, 6th, then they finished 2nd. Everybody thought they're going to push on now, and then they dropped back down to 6th, and they've started to rise again. Unfortunately this year it looks like they're going to finish outside the top 4 again, so it's not looking too good for them. But anyway, we'll see if I can improve on that. Trophies. European Champions League, last one in 2008, so quite a lot of numbers years ago. So as you can see, they won the league that year. Not won it too many times since. Premier League, last one in 2013. So it's what, 9 years ago? 10 years ago? It's a bit too long for a team like Manchester United. I know they're rebuilding, but it's taken a long time. A lot of pain, different managers, different ideas. The rebuild starts again. They should have got one manager in and stuck with them for now and let them rebuild the team, but it doesn't always work like that, especially with the money they've spent on players over the years. Champions Cup, they've got one of those in 2008, so a successful season then. A European Cup, 1991. Europa League, 2017, so that was Jose Mourinho. Probably the last trophy they won. So even that's 4 or 5 years ago. Not good for a team like them. Super Cup, 91. FA Cups, 2016. Again, I think that was Mourinho's trophy. Intercontinental Cup. The Championship, hopefully we don't have to go there, but you never know. Again, a Carabao Cup, 2017. And the Community Shield in 2016, last time they won something. Right, on to the squad then. So a squad of players that we think should win the league. I've done the tactic. I want try and do something that Fergie used to do, a 4-4-2. I want it very attacking. Score loads of goals and hopefully this defence will stay strong, but you never know. So I've gone for Ronaldo and Cavani up top. Not really too many options. Rashford could always sit on there, but it's finding another winger. Could always promote Alango, I suppose. Rashford and Sancho, pace on the wings. Pogba and Fernandes in midfield. And the defence pretty much fills itself out. It certainly needs sorting. There's a few positions I'd like to improve on. One being up top, another being another winger. Probably another centre mid and a whole new back line, to be fair. But we'll see how we get on. And then the rest of the squad. I mean, we've got 3 spare keepers. 3 spare keepers. We don't really need all 3 of them. We've got Fred. You know, his stats aren't too bad. He's on a bit too much money for me, but we'll improve on that over the years, hopefully. And then it just goes downhill, really. I mean, Lindelof's probably a good option to have. Eric Bailly's injury prone. He's a good defender on his day, but his day doesn't seem to come that much anymore. And apart from that, everybody else can pretty much go. It certainly needs big improvements. And there's not many young players in there. Who is the youngest player here? Probably Scott McTominay. So it's not great for a team like Manchester United, especially when you look at the first team. They've paid big money for Sancho, big money for Pogba, big money for Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw. You know, they bought Fernandes, probably been the better signing over the last few years. Cavani's been a good signing, didn't pay much for him, and Rashford coming through. So it's not what you'd class as a typical Manchester United team. But anyway, players out of contract, so Paul Pogba, there's no surprise. Offer him a new contract. We'll see if he's interested. If he's not, we'll just try and sell him in January. Cavani, I don't think I'll keep him around. 250k a week for a 34-year-old. I might try and sell him in January. One matter, exactly the same. Won't get in the squad unless of injuries. Just sell him if I can. Apart from that, everybody else is pretty much going. So we've seen the tactics. Let's see what they want us to do. Play entertaining football. Well, we're going to be doing that. We're going attacking, which is also another club culture. Sign players under the age of 23 for the future, and sign players for the age under the age of 23 for the first team. Again, that's something we will be looking at. And even if we end up selling them a year after for more money, that's just what a team like Man United should be doing. Making money on young players, if they have to sell them at all, because they are one of the biggest teams in the world, or they once were. Not so much anymore, but there's always players interested in going. End of current season, so we've got to qualify for the Champions League, reach the semi-final of the FA Cup, reach the quarter-final of the Champions League, and the Carabao Cup. It's not important, but I want to win trophies. So that's something I will be looking at doing. Okay, so welcome back to the end of the season. As you can see, we've actually finished third in the league this season. We are 9 points behind Manchester City and 4 points behind Liverpool. Most importantly, we're in the top four, so we've qualified for the Champions League. Chelsea have missed out and Tottenham have missed out, so that's not bad news for us. It looks like they weren't doing very well, and we've managed to capitalise on that, and we've pushed our way up there. We actually won the same amount of games as Liverpool, but we lost 4 more games than them, which is not great, but it's something to improve on. At least we didn't win everything. At least we didn't win the league first season, so we can only go up from here. We scored 103 goals. That's 13 more than Man City scored, but we conceded 46. So the defence needs sorting. Maybe we could go a little bit more defensive in midfield. But we want to score goals. We want to have fun attacking football. But we'll see. Okay, onto the schedule. What happened last season? So we started the season off, as I said earlier, against Arsenal, and we beat them. Cristiano Ronaldo, who else, scoring a hat-trick. Edison Cavani, also on the score sheet. We drew with Liverpool, which is a game I thought we would have lost. But 2 different scorers, Rashford and Fernandes. It was a draw. Can't complain at that. We lost to Burnley. Not a very good result there, but, you know, you've got to win and you've got to lose. We move on. We got knocked out of the Cup by Southampton. Ronaldo hat-trick hero again, but it means nothing when you lose. Spurs, we stuffed them 5-0. Ronaldo hat-trick again. Happy days. Man City, we beat them 4-2. 2 each for the strikers. Good result. We beat Chelsea. Good result. Further down the list, we beat Wolves 6-0. Cavani scoring 4. So we're scoring goals, and goals is not a problem. There's a good lot of wins around here. Stuff Newcastle 6-1. Ronaldo 5 goals. Great result. But then go down a little bit, we lose to Everton. We beat Chelsea. Beat City again. So another good result there. So we've done the double over Man City, I think, there. 4-0 and 4-2. So that's good. I've just seen stand out. We got thrashed 7-0 by Liverpool. Paul Pogba, second minute in, he gets sent off. Don't know what he was doing, don't know what he's thinking, but they just did not stop scoring. I mean, there was 7 up in 56 minutes, so they could have pushed on and got 10 at least. Thankfully they didn't. But we come out in the next game and we won 7-0. So we bounced back there. But we then start losing to Liverpool. We drew with Atlanta. We lose to Arsenal. We lose to West Ham. We win a couple of games. We lose again. We get thrashed 5-0 by Villa. This time we didn't have any players sent off. Not a very good result. We lose to Brighton. So there's some games we should be winning there. Maybe we should change the centre mid. One of them go a bit more defensive. We'll see. I might just keep it attacking this season. Try and improve the squad. And it will be a squad improvement rather than just first 11. Because we haven't got great replacements coming on. I mean, we've got Dalo coming on as right back. Alanga, Wanmata, Lindelof. They're not big replacements. I mean, Alanga's only a young lad. He can improve. But we need better replacements. See how we got on the cups. So we know we got knocked out in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We know we got beat in the FA Cup, and we know we got beat in the Carabao Cup. Who won them? The Carabao Cup. Let's have a look. Final. Everton beat Villa. So Everton won the cup. Good result for them. We should be winning stuff like that, but we didn't. Chelsea won the FA Cup. Southampton. Is that 2 finals Southampton got to then? Or did I misread that one? Oh no, it was Villa. So Villa, Southampton, Everton will get into a cup final. Who won the Champions League? As you can see, Liverpool are the holders. I just saw that then. And they beat Man City 4-1 in the final. So, who knocked out PSG? Man City did on pens. And Liverpool beat Barcelona 4-0 in the second leg away from home. So an all-English final. Right, okay. Who scored the most goals then? Let's have a look. So when it comes to goals, so Edison Cavani scored 23 Premier League goals in 34 appearances. So that's a good return. Unfortunately, he's leaving. He's going on a free transfer to Juventus. Okay. Ronaldo, 44 goals in 38 games. Very good. I mean, 12 of them were penalties. But it doesn't matter. Goal's a goal. They all add up. They all win games. It's a very good return. Rashford. He scored 13. So that's not too bad. I'd like him to score a few more. But he did get 14 assists. So, it's not too bad. Sancho. He scored 1. 1 goal and 8 assists. That is terrible. I know he played on the right and he prefers playing on the left. So maybe Rashford should go up top and put Sancho on the left. And we'll get a whole new right winger. And see that. Fernandes. What did he do? He scored 4. 14 assists. Okay, I'd like him to chip in with a few more, but you know, we scored a lot of goals. Paul Pogba. He scored 2. 1 assist. 6 assists, sorry. That's not great. But I mean, the average rating, Sancho was the worst and De Gea. But mainly Sancho, worst player that we had. So that says a lot about him more than anything. So let's try him in a more comfortable position on the left, and maybe put Marcus Rashford up top. Okay, I will see you at the start of the season. Right, okay, the transfer window is now closed. As you can see, we've played 4 games, we've won 3 and we've lost 1. Goal difference is +10 at the minute. So let's see who we played and what the results were. So we played Aston Villa first game and we won 3-0. We then beat Bournemouth, thrashed Sheffield United 8-1. Ronaldo with a hat-trick. You know, may as well start as he means to go on. And then unfortunately we lost to Everton. But never mind. It's only the first few games in. Right, so we've made some signings. As you can see, we've spent £42 million. And in that, we've got Luis Felipe, a new centre-back, on a free transfer. I mean, he's on 74 grand a week, and they can use him as a squad player. So, his stats aren't too bad. He's only 25, and he can surely only get better. He's played all 4 Premier League games with an average rating of 7.07, so it's not too bad. Good signing in my eyes. We bought a new centre mid, Frankie Cassie. I mean, what a player he is. Again, free transfer, and he will be playing. He's only started 1 game though, but he's got 2 assists, and again he's got the same rating as Luis Felipe. Another good centre mid, another good squad player if we need him to be. Boubacar Kamara. He can play centre defensive, centre back, and he can also play centre mid need be. But I've kept him more for a central defender role, and hopefully he can improve this year, which, looking at potential ability, he doesn't look like he's going to. But he was a free transfer, and if he doesn't get in the squad, we can move him on and hopefully make quite a bit of money on him. So we've got a few options with him, and we could always train him to be a centre mid, and maybe he could go left back, right back. He looked a bit awkward there, but it's something to look at. Right, Abel Ruiz. He's 27.5 mil. That was his buyout clause for any team in the Champions League, and he can play left mid, right mid, and up front. And as you can see, he's made 2 appearances as a sub. He scored a goal. He was cheap. That is pretty much the only reason I bought him. We did need a striker, a spare one. He will improve. Looking at him, it says potential 3-star, but I do think he will become a good striker on this, hopefully. And if not, a bit like Kamara, sell him on for profit at the end, if we need to. And the last signing, we went to Salzburg, 14.25 mil. That was the buyout clause again. Karim Adeyemi, a very, very good player. I've bought him many times in Football Manager in the past, and he is definitely going to be a top striker on this game. He's played 3, scored 2, 1 assist. I think his stats, he's rapid, his finishing, his dribbling, first touch, his penalty taking, so he's there. He could take over from Ronaldo. Ronaldo hangs up his boots if he does. Off the ball work rate. So just very good stats. His determination, look at that, 19, he's determined. Acceleration, agility. All the things we're going to need from him. So he is going to produce. And he didn't cost that much. Okay. There was some breaking news coming out with Man United, but we have sold Harry Maguire. We've got him off the books. Real Madrid just came in, and they actually offered 24.5 mil. So I just accepted it. 190k a week. Swap him with Luis Felipe, who's younger, better, I think. He's got that pace about him as well. Pereira's gone. Matic, as we knew, has gone to Newcastle. And a lot of these I didn't well, none of them got their contracts renewed, and then we've got a lot of youngsters out on loan, as you can see. Hannibal, we're making 2.8 mil out of him, so it's not too bad. A mil out of Menji, and Palestri, just short of $1 million. So we're making a bit of money there. But the squad as it is, it's not too bad. I didn't improve a right back. I didn't improve on left back. I'm hoping we can improve on the squad. I have kept Sancho and Rashford in the same roles, and I'm hoping that Adjemi will play striker. And if not, Abel Ruiz will come on and help out. I've kept Alanga, as we know. I should have loaned him out, I think, because Amad Diallo is back and he looks some player. So I'm hoping he can get some minutes in the squad. He can play right mid, so that will work out. We've got Van der Beek back. Anthony Martial, I should have sold him. I completely forgot. But he's going to improve the squad. Any injuries or Ronaldo needs a rest, anything like that, Martial will take over. So the squad has improved. Brandon Williams there as well. So it's not too bad. Got a bigger squad than we had last season, and better players, and some with more potential. So we'll see what happens next. I think let's sim to the end of the season and see how we get on. Hopefully we'll have won a trophy, and if not 2. Let's have a look. Okay, season 2 is now over, and it's been a bit of a disaster. We've finished outside the Champions League. We've come 6th, which is not good enough. Slightly embarrassing. I mean, we're in the Euro Cup 2 competition, so we've certainly gone downhill. We got knocked out in the semi-finals by Bayern Munich, knocked out in the 5th round, and knocked out in the quarter-finals by Liverpool, who seem to be just knocking us out the cups at the minute. I'm far from happy from the season, and something tactical is going to have to give. The 4-4-2 does not seem to be working. With a goal difference of 33. So we've only scored 81 goals this time and conceded 48. And if we look at last season, we scored 103 and conceded 46. So we've conceded more and scored a lot less. We finished on 80 points. So we are 12 points worse off this season than we were last season, which is not good enough at all. So we drew more games and lost a couple more games. I don't know. Tactic wise, it was the same tactic. I swapped Sancho and Rashford over. Frankie Kessie played as a ball winning midfielder role, but he seems to have scored a few goals. He scored 8. He scored more than Bruno Fernandes, who was a box to box, which shouldn't be happening. Sancho only scored 5. Rashford scored 10. Ronaldo got 30, and Adjemi scored 24. Pogba chipped in with 9. Abel Ruiz chipped in with 11. Neither Alanga or Diallo scored any. Well, Alanga didn't really play, and Diallo made quite a few appearances, didn't score 1 goal. Martial seems to have scored a few, so he's started 1 game in each competition. Looked like he scored 1 goal in each competition, so pretty good for him. But I think we're going to have to change this formation because it is not working at all. I certainly want to stay attacking. I just think we might have to put a centre attacking mid here just to balance it out a little bit more. Keep Ronaldo up top. Maybe play Fernandes in the centre attacking mid role and drop maybe Pogba into centre mid to play alongside Kessie and see if that works. We'll see. I'll have a little fiddle around with it in a bit. But like I said, competition wise, Bayern Munich are into the final. against Liverpool. They did knock us out 6-5, so they must have beat us 2-1 in the first leg, which is a shame. But again, what can we do? Burnley and Norwich. So not only are we not getting further in these competitions, all the big teams are struggling. I mean, looks like we all got knocked out in the 5th round. Did we? Everton beat us 1-0. Liverpool knocked out in the 4th round. Chelsea knocked out in the 4th round. Where at Man City? Where are Arsenal? Spurs were knocked out. Were they knocked out in the 3rd round, really? I mean, we took it to extra time against Blackpool. So we're struggling right from the get-go. Man City lost to Liverpool. So, can't really say anything like that. And Arsenal got knocked out by Leeds. But we're all struggling in that competition. Liverpool won this one. But I can't see why we're doing so bad. I can only think it's the formation. I mean, they're upset by the results here. Can't say I'm surprised. Sheffield United, Newcastle, Burnley. They're happy with a 1-1 draw with Man City. Says a lot about the squad. They still want us to qualify for the Champions League next season, and we're expected to win this now, the Euro Cup too. So there is work to be done with the squad. Finances, we have 156 million to spend. The transfer, 493 million debt we're in, which is appalling. So that's something we could look into, but they have given us 156 million to spend, so this should be big improvements. See what happens, and hopefully we can sign some good players and move on. It's the start of the 3rd season now. Transfer window's closed. There's a few signings come in, a few left. Can see the table. We started off quite well. 3 wins from 3. So far so good. Goal difference plus 10. So we scored 10 and we've not actually conceded any so far. Good start, but there is 6 teams unbeaten. So let's see who we faced. So we beat Fulham 4-0. I mean, Fulham, they're an alright side, but a win's a win. We then had to qualify to get into the Euro Cup, which a team like Man United shouldn't have to. There should be a Champions League every season. So let's see if we can go on and win that. If I don't win it, it's a failure. But we won the first leg 4-0 anyway. We then beat Reading. We beat them in the second leg 2-1. Closer game than it should have been, but it looks like there's a few changes in the squad, so the rest are a few players. And then we thrashed Liverpool 4-0. 2 goals in 90 plus minutes, so I'm happy with that. On to the signings. Okay, so signings in, we got Josko Rovaldio for £60 million. I mean, he is an elite centre back, he's only 21. A very good signing. Somebody we needed to go alongside Rafael Varane. So I'm happy with the signing. We did part exchange him, and I think Diego Dallo went the other way. They were interested in him, so it made sense. They wanted more than 100 million otherwise, and I weren't willing to pay that. But looking at him, I can see why you would. He's a very good player. So as you can see, Diego Dallo did go the other way. It was the only real. We signed Theo Hernandez for 72 mil. We needed a new left back, a better left back, and he is that. He's certainly a good player. He's only 25 and he's better than Luke Shaw. So I'm happy with the signings there. And these are the players that went out. Martial, Fred. That was it really. So we're not getting rid of loads of players. But we've signed a couple. Just defensive players. As you can see, they're sat next to each other now. And I'm hoping, with a change of tactic as well, it might work. I've put both wingers to inside forwards. Dropped for a striker into a cam role, like I said, and made him a shadow striker, and I'm hoping he'll score a lot of goals and help Ronaldo out, who is best positioned as a poacher. And if he doesn't play, we do have Adeyemi and Ruiz, but we've got these options now, so it's near enough a full 11 there, give or take a couple of positions. But we'll be able to rest a few players more. And let's see. We could do with Sancho scoring goals, to be honest, or at least assisting more. It's not something he seems to be good at in the last 2 years for me. So let's find out how we get on this season. Hopefully we'll win this. Back into the top 4. I'm aiming to win one of the cups. Let's see what happens next. Okay, welcome back to the end of the season. As you can see, we've done it. We've won the league. I wasn't expecting to. Not straight away anyway. But I'm happy with that. Let's have a look what happened. So, we lost 7, we drew 3. Scored 85, conceded 26. So we've scored the most goals, and we've only conceded 2 less than Liverpool. So happy days all round really. We're a point ahead of them. They drew more games than us, but we also lost more than them. So all in all, a very, very good result for us. Premier League winners once again. Man United are back. We were the runner-up in the Euro Cup 2. We lost to Bayer Leverkusen. Okay, not a great result. Should have won it, but we're Premier League champions, I'll take that. Knocked out in the FA Cup by Tottenham, and we won the Carabao Cup. We beat Chelsea on penalties. So, it's a good result for us. Hannibal scored. Yep, he's in the team. He's doing well. So, can't complain here. Let's have a look at the schedule then. As we know, we started off quite well. So after we went off, we lost our first game to West Ham. We got beat by City. It's not great. Drew with Arsenal. Not great results so far against the top bigger teams. I mean, we beat Liverpool, but we lost to City. We drew with Arsenal. Beat Wolves 4-0. We beat Everton finally. Ronaldo hat-trick. Who else? Lost to Newcastle, who have signed Rafinha, I forgot to say. He actually turned me down to go there. It was somebody I was looking at buying, but he turned me down to go to Newcastle, which was a bit of a shock. But anyway, we'll move on from that because they didn't win the league and we did. We beat Spurs, and then we beat them in the quarter-final as well. So Arsenal, we lost again, so they did the double over us. I'm not happy with that. We beat Everton again 6-0 this time. Rashford scoring 5. Great result for him and for us as a team. We beat Chelsea and we lost to Chelsea. Okay, well at least we won the first one, and then we beat them in the final when it matters. We lost to Spurs this time. What about Liverpool? We drew with Liverpool. Oh, look at that. 8-0 against Man City. Now that is some going. Adjemi with a hat-trick, Ronaldo with 4. Whew. Some good going that. And then we lost the 2 games of the season at the end, both 3-0. Huh. But a very good season. Are Man United back now? I'm pretty sure we are. So, Adjemi scored 27 goals. He's certainly improving. He's only going to get better the more he plays. Rashford scored 24. He was on fire this season. So this inside forward role suited him down to a T. Bruno Fernandes, shadow striker, 19 goals. Sancho's got 10. That's his best season so far for us. He only scored 4 in the Prem. 7 assists. So he scored more, but he's got a lot less assists. What did Rashford get assist-wise? He got 13, so he's had a better season. I mean, his first season with us was slightly better, but his average rating was higher, so we'll take that. Hannibal, 2 goals. I mean, look at this kid. He's looking good. Only going to get better, and he's certainly going to be starting more games in this team. How did my new defenders get on? An average rating of 7.2 in the Prem. And Theo Hernandez, and an average rating of 7.28. Good going. Oh, Ronaldo got 35 goals. 32 of them in the Prem. I mean, he's out of contract. He said he didn't want to renew it. Could be time for Adjemi now to take over. And I really think he will take over. I think a full season, Adjemi striker, I think he'll score more than 35 here. But we'll see. How are the finances? So we've got 85 million transfer budget. Okay. Debts and loans, 506 million debt. Not great. Oh, there we go anyway. We're a B+ for the last season. So what do they expect from me next season? So they want us to qualify for the Champions League and reach the quarter-final. That's not good going. No, not bad going. I think it's safe to say I could do those quite easily. Let's find out how we get on. Okay, transfer window is now closed. Let's see who we signed and who we sold. First though, we'll look at the league table. Again, we've played 3 games. Not got off to a great start here. 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. We lost to Leicester. We drew with West Ham. And we beat Fulham. So that's not a good start so far. But onto the squad. Cristiano Ronaldo decided to sign a new contract and then he retired. Which I wasn't expecting. I bought Messi because I wanted to see if Messi and Ronaldo in the same team, but it's just not meant to be, I'm afraid. But anyway, Leo Messi's here. He cost us 9 mil. He's on 500 grand a week. Let's see how he gets on. I can't see him playing too much, to be honest, but we never know. Another signing. He's been linked with Man United in the past. He is a world-class player. I don't know how Lazio have still got hold of him, but he's still there. And his stats, especially on Football Manager, have always been really good. So hopefully he can make a big difference to this team. I signed a new keeper. I think I'm going to swap him out for now and play David De Gea. He's 23. I'm hoping he'll improve. He's a towering keeper. His stats are pretty good. But I think we'll go back with David De Gea for now. For incomings, that's all we managed to get. some of the plays we went for kept turning us down. It's just not what we want, really. I don't like offering big wages. I know Man United can afford it. I mean, you've just seen Messi's wage and everybody else's, but I don't like offering loads. I like to reduce it if I can. Just probably why I keep getting turned down. But on the outgoings, Lindelof's gone out, Henderson's gone out, and apart from that, Joe Hugill's gone. I didn't know about that one. Charlie McNeil's gone. I thought he signed a new contract. Wan-Bissaka's gone. I wonder where he was. I thought he signed a new deal as well. And Luke Shaw's gone. I thought he was under contract. Maybe not. Oh dear. So I'm not happy with those ones going. But we'll move on. They weren't needed in the squad. Our Champions League group, Real Madrid, Bayer Leverkusen and Red Stars. It's a pretty tough group. Hopefully we can win it. We certainly could need to win the Champions League this season. It'll be good to see where we're at. Community Shield, unfortunately we lost to Chelsea. It was just one of those games, I'm afraid. They just couldn't score. I mean, we both had 9 shots each, 4 shots on target, but they were just the better team in the end. Put the ball in the net, and we didn't. Yes, we can all see this. Paul Pogba missed a penalty in the 94th minute. Unfortunately, that's how it happens. Or is it a goal disallowed, actually? I think he's had a goal disallowed. But, nevertheless, transfer window's closed. I mean, Man City, their squad, Mbappe, Martinez, Vinicius Junior, Pino, Digne, Lamptey, who turned me down to go here. Mbappe turned me down to come here. Julian Alvarez, I mean, he's a good player. Doesn't really play a lot, but they've not signed as many players as I thought they had. Anyway, let's jump to the end of the season. See how we get on. Hopefully win a few cups. Let's find out. Okay, season 4 is now finished. As you can see, looking at the league, we only finished 4th this time. But we have qualified for the Champions League, which is what the board wanted us to do. So that's mission accomplished on that one. The worrying thing is we're 20 points behind Liverpool. We've not scored as many goals as the teams above us, but we've only conceded 31, which is less than Man City and less than Chelsea. Defensively, Liverpool seems to be the best team year in, year out. But we're not too far behind them this time, which is not bad going. It's just a shame with all the losses and draws we've had. Mainly the losses. Had 9. As you can see, we lost to City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham, Chelsea and Arsenal. So that's not very good considering we're fighting these teams. But Champions League qualification nevertheless. Arsenal missed out, but Newcastle are up there. So they've been on a good run of form with the amount of money they've spending. But we're into the final season anyway now. Did we win any cups? Let's find out. Club World Championship. I think that's just a friendly. Is it? It's not. Well, we beat City 3-0. I'm not too sure about this one. We've qualified. Came top of the group. But anyway. The Champions League, how did we get on last season? Let's find out. The group, so we said we had a big group. Unfortunately the game crashed and I had to restart the season again. We did have Real Madrid in our group. We actually finished 2nd and then the game froze and I had to start the whole season again. But we topped the group. I don't know where Real Madrid's group is, let's find out. How did they get on? They topped their group as well. They topped our group originally, but as I say, we've just had to restart the whole season again. We finished first. How did we get on? First knockout round. We played and we got knocked out against Mainz. Really? That's not a game we should have been losing. So we're knocked out in the first round. Oh dear. We seem to be getting worse in the Champions League. I wanted to win it. Unfortunately that isn't the case. Anyway, other cup competitions. The FA Cup. How did we get on here? Let's have a look. Third round. Are we in it? Yes. We beat Walsall 1-0. I thought we'd have scored more, but never mind. A win's a win. Fourth round. Who did we play? Where are we? Here. We lost to Stoke. So we got knocked out in the fourth round. Okay. That's not great. As you can see, Liverpool went on to win it. Again. They just like winning cups, don't they? Seem to be winning a lot of it, really. Maybe they should manage Man United, not us. And the Carabao Cup. How did we get on here? So the third round, we beat Carlisle 2-0. A comfortable win. Fourth round, we beat Newcastle 2-0. A good win against Newcastle. Any win against them's good. We thrashed Tottenham 4-0. Semi-final, we beat Leicester 6-2 in aggregate. And it looks like we play Man City in the final where we won, wow, 5-2. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. So Messi with a few assists, Savic with a couple of goals, Varane. In fact, Savic got a hat-trick. Good game for him. Playing from the central midfielder role. Can't complain. So, transfers in and out in January. Let's have a look. So, I have managed to bring Jude Bellingham in. He had a buyout clause of 88 mil. I thought he would improve the squad a bit. Seeing as some of my players like Pogba are getting older. And apart from that, he didn't really sell anybody. Some of these have gone out to do with me. But let's go away, see what transfers I can make, and hopefully try and win everything in the last season, especially the Champions League. Let's find out what I can do.